Welcome at Windkoepel Groen in Dronten.
We find it important that we work safely. We naturally want to prevent incidents because safety is our number one priority.
In this film we tell you about the basic safety rules and we explain what behavior we would like to see from you on the construction site.
Our objective is to carry out this project without serious incidents that had an impact on people or the environment. Sometimes unsafe situations can arise, and we ask you to make an effort to prevent these situations. We all achieve a safer construction site together. You will work at one of our locations, for example here at the Olsterpad, during the construction of the substation, or in an extensive area of Windplan Groen, during the construction of the 86 wind turbines. You arrived safely at this construction site today. That's great, because we are happy that you are going to work for us. And we want you to leave work healthy every day.
At all locations you will find a sign about the personal protective equipment, PPE. We use at all times safety helmets, correct safety shoes and recognizable work clothing. You will receive a specific safety instruction from the contractor for the work you are going to do for them. This instruction also contains possible additional measures during the certain activities. For example, special PPE such as clothing, safety glasses or a fall harness.
So, also think about the maximum speed on the construction site.
Make sure your dipped headlights are on.
Freight traffic uses orange flashing lights and reversing signaling.
And only hands-free calling is allowed while driving, but we prefer to not use your cell phone at all.
Park backwards so you can quickly leave the site in the event of an emergency and have a good view of the road while driving away.
Keep access free for emergency workers when parking.
And be aware of the escape route and muster area.
Always think about safety at work. If you see an unsafe situation, report it. You don't want to think after a possible accident, well, I already thought, is this okay? It concerns your safety and the safety of colleagues, farmers on whose land we work and people who live in the area.
Let me emphasize it again. Safety is the most important part of your work. So report unsafe situations to your manager. We review the reports and necessary actions. Reporting therefore really makes sense to make the workplace safer and more efficient.
But also report near misses. These are situations where an incident almost happened. Always do that. Then we can all increase safety on the construction site and learn from what happened.
So don't be too afraid or insecure, even if, for example, you do not understand a work method. Stop the work immediately if necessary. Does that delay the work? No problem. From Windkoepel Groen we will always support you when it comes to health and safety related matters.
Better 10 times too careful than 1 time too late. We would rather you to pause the work 1 time because something is not clear than that the work continues and an incident happens.
To get started you need a work permit, check whether a lifting plan is required and available, perform a last-minute risk analysis and make sure that you know who is in charge at work and who accompanies any visitors.
Of course you also think about safety for the environment when you work. Take precautions to prevent leakage of, for example, liquids. Report any contamination immediately. The following also applies here. If something goes wrong or you see a dangerous situation, report it and immediately stop the work if necessary.
Take a picture of the situation if necessary. Despite all the precautions, something went wrong and the press is suddenly in front of you, refer them to the communication department of Windkoepel Groen for more information.
Do not post any information on social media by yourself, so no photos or films of your work. If you still want to show where you work, share the reports from Windplan Groen. If you still want to share the pride in your workplace, first contact the communication department of Windkoepel Groen. Do you see an unsafe situation or do you see something that could be improved? Can we prevent accidents? Report it to your manager.
In case there is an emergency situation, call 112 and then notify your manager. When you go home after working time, still think about your safety and that of the local residents. Of course, you want to be home in time, but stick to the traffic rules and drive carefully on the sometimes narrow roads.
Prepare for your journey home and do not use your mobile phone while driving. Avoid distraction.
We wish you happy and safe working days.
And a good journey home.